Hey lovely sexy gaming people. So we're going to have a quick flick through of Airfix Model World issue 155. I haven't had a good chance to look through this yet, so we're both pretty much going into it blind. So let's have a look. On the front cover we've got lovely artwork of a de Havilland Vampire, a 172 scale OV10A Bronco, and a Lieferwagen in 135 scale. Okay, so let's have a look. Contents. So we've got Wildcat Woes, which would be this one here. Intermediate build special delivery, that'll be that. De Havilland Delights, which will be the cover photograph. Turkish Tiger, we haven't got a photograph for that. Out and About, Bigger and Better, we haven't got anything for photograph for that. Kit Bashed Warwick 46, so that's this. Intermediate build, Revamped Fighter Bomber, we haven't got a photograph for that. 64 immediate build, which is this one. Typhoon Display Team Striking Blackjack Airframe, that looks nice actually. And then 72 Fentland Fund, 74 Diorama Cat Meets Ketten, and 84 The Perfect Pony, which is the Bronco. So let's have a look. Let's see. First look, news. Gorgeous new tool, 148 scale Fairy Gannet from Airfix. That's an ugly plane. I'm not going to lie, that's an ugly plane. But I'm sure it has its fans. Recent Airfix releases, we've got the 132 scale Bond Bug here. It is 132 scale, isn't it? Yeah, 132 scale. And it says here they're releasing a 172 scale GR1 AV8A Harrier. Sea Fury FB11 148 scale. And we are having the 143 scale Aston Martin DB5, so that's that one, and the Hawker Sea Fury as well, which we've mentioned. So cool, plenty coming from Airfix. German type UBI submarine from Ask Distribution. If you're a fan of modelling U-boats, Ask Distribution's new 172 scale UBI German coastal submarine is arguably the ultimate kit. Okay. So, a couple of schemes there by the look of it. So my question is looking at the shape and style of these, are these World War One? I'm not seeing anything that says. All new 148 scale Hurricane from Armour Hobby. Great Wall Hobby New Tool 172 scale MiG-29. New release from Bachmann. So there's a list of releases here from Bachmann, which include a 132 scale B-17G Flying Fortress. Okay then, that's going to be a big beastie. There's lots of stuff here. World War II heavy cruiser, HMS York, German Leopard 2A6 MBT. Sherman Easy 8 in 1/16 scale. Show guide, I will get photographs up and do that for you, so they'll be coming straight after this. Oh, excuse me a second. Oh, excuse me. Right, anyway, Wildcat woes. 172 Gruen Wildcat Mark 6 in a crashed scene. Yeah, it wasn't unusual for landing gear to fail, and this one looks like it's taking place on a naval land airstrip by the flooring, by the ground. So this is Armour Hobby. It's 172 scale, Wildcat Mark 6, €22.20 from armourhobby.com. It's a nice colour. So there's lots of stuff being done with a razor saw here for extra detailing. Painting the propeller with a metallic colour. Matte aluminium prior to chipping aided this process. Propeller blades were heated and bent around a suitable circumference to simulate engine power at the point of impact. Yeah, it looks really good. It's a nice little vignette. Here's our 135 scale delivery van, Mini Arts fruit delivery van. So I'm assuming this is following on from the bread van that we had either last issue or a couple of issues ago. But this is a fruit delivery van, TYP 170V Lieferwagen, or Lieferwagen, by Mini Art. It's 135 scale, it's £42.99 from creativemodels.co.uk. I don't know what era this would be. I'll put my hands up. Civilian vehicles weren't really my thing, so I have no idea. Using a photo etch frame here though for the top. So out and about are the centre food stall wafting through the building as the grills are readied. For many modelers there is no finer indication that a show is about to start. Such was the case as this year's the Havilland's Museum event on May 14th, with the venue serving along with a fantastic full-sized exhibits. So yeah. Oh, there's a lovely bust of Death from Terry Pratchett's Discworld. Fantastic. That's a really nice. That's a really nice bust. .124 scale Blade Runner Spinner patrol vehicle. Turkish Tiger builds Revell's 172 F-16D two-seater in a stunning 2014 NATO Tiger Meat livery. And it's a Lockheed Martin F-16D Tiger Meat 2014 by Revell, 172 scale, €24.99 from revel.dn/en. Sorry, DE/en. So yeah, they're just doing a basic build for this one. It's nicely detailed on the carriage bays. I wonder if they masked up and sprayed or whether those are decals. Yeah, decals by the looks of it. All decals were applied with few issues, the large tail ones adhering to the surface detail surprisingly well. Excellent. Okay, another out and about Hailsham and District show. It's a nice Operation Grief. Another superb entry in the open category was this scene depicting preparations for Germany's Operation Grief during the Battle of the Bulge. Okay. And a nice little vignette here of a cheetah chasing a gazelle, I assume, in 132 scale, called The Hunt. That's really nice. Right, Kit Bashed Warwick. David Holmes utilises parts from an Airfix 172 Wellington and Lancaster to enhance and detail Contrail's VAC form Vickers Armstrong Warwick, showing what quality results can be obtained from this type of kit. It does very much look like a Wellington, doesn't it? So Vickers Armstrong Warwick by Contrail, it's 172 scale, it's £50 plus. Available from second-hand kit shops and auction sites. Okay, so it's an older kit then that they've acquired for this. The simulation of the fabric over the airframe is done really well on this. And it's got its invasion stripes on. So these black and white invasion stripes are painted on as aircraft recognition for the D-Day landings. So yeah, an advanced build for this. As I've never done a VAC form kit, and I must admit I'm not tempted. I'm not tempted at all to try one. They do, I'm going to be honest, they do kind of scare me a little bit. I just don't think my skills are up to it. Okay, so revamped fighter bomber. Jack Homewood sinks his fangs into Airfix's second boxing of a classic early jet fighter, the 148 scale de Havilland FB5 FB9. So, de Havilland Vampire FB5 FB9. From Airfix, 148 scale, £33.99 from airfix.com. I do like the aircraft from the post-war aircraft because of the streamlined, just bare metal airframes with squadron markings on, and this black tail and black nose is really something else. That is a lovely, lovely aircraft to look at. Back in black, Bill Clark tackles Revell's recent 148 scale Eurofighter Typhoon Blackjack, completing the model in the kit's striking display name. That is a striking colour scheme, there's no doubt about it. So it's Eurofighter Typhoon Blackjack from Revell, 148 scale, £36.99 from revel.de/EM. So intermediate build for this one. Then it looks like they're adding in Edward's PE set, photo etch set with this. That's a fair old decal sheet. Look at that, that's fantastic. I wouldn't enjoy putting such large decals on though. Nice. Out and About, West Norfolk Model Show. Okay, nice diorama here of a Scamel transporting a Messerschmitt 109. Recipient of first prize in the dioramas category and voted as People's Choice Bedford MAF VAs. Robert Wood combined a 135 scale Scamel Pioneer tank transport with the 132 scale BF 109G to create this impressive and popular war trophy scene. And somebody's done a scratch built scene from Moby Dick here, which is gorgeous. Yeah, I need to get out and visit some model shows. Cat meets Ketten. So we've got the M18 Hellcat with a Kettengrad. Okay, so this is, it says diorama build. I don't know how much detail they're going into. It looks like there's some wiring being inserted into the instruments around the turret ring. That's nice. The traversing stuff. So it looks like, because it's an open top vehicle, it looks like there's plenty of detail. This is M18 Hellcat US Tank Destroyer by Tamiya. It's £44.99 from hobbycode.net. I missed the Verlinden dioramas. Francois Verlinden. I miss seeing his dioramas. They were something else. And the Kettenkraftrad mid-production from Tamiya, 135 scale, £24.99 from hobbycode.net as well. And obviously the Allies and the Axis powers all used each other's vehicles from time to time. I can guarantee you that in war, if somebody comes across something which looks like it's going to be of benefit to the unit, they're gonna take it. Out and About, BDAC kits and bits. Airfix's amazing 124 scale Spitfire there. Invasion stripes. A couple of Gloucester Meteors. IPMS Salisbury brought along a stunning selection of British test aircraft, including the 148 scale Miles M52 built by Colin Whitehouse, illustrating what could have been for British aviation. And then the Bronco. So often used for target indications during the Vietnam War. And beyond. Quite often use like white phosphorus rockets to indicate targets, enemy targets for bombing and that sort of thing. But this is from ICM. 172 scale, £29.80 from hanants.co.uk. It's a nice Mini. It's got obviously a huge canopy for observation. Right, here we go. On the shelf, Scharnhorst und Gneisu. Book, £40. from fonthill.media, Wingspan 5 World War I edition, €25.47 from canfora.se. The Panzer IV 1943 to 1945 H and J models, 1999 from panzerrex.com. Shukaku class aircraft carriers, $24.99 from schifferbooks.com, and the F-117 Nighthawk, £18 from guidelinepublications.co.uk. Kit wise, we have a Huey Cobra US and Turkish Army Service, 148 scale, €44 from specialhobby.eu, and I-16 Type 10 with Chinese pilots, ICM 132 scale, $49.80 from hanance.co.uk. MiG-21 MF Interceptor 172 scale from Edward, £11.20. That's good value. Edward.com. A Yak 9K 132 scale from hanance.co.uk, made by ICM at £49.80. The Su-27 UBP Ukraine Hella scale 172, €29.99, Hella.fr. And a Dornier DO217J 1/2 148 scale, €64.99 from revel.de/en. And armour wise, we have a Leopard 1A4 135 scale from Hella, €29.99 from Hella.fr. A Cromwell Mark IV British tank, hull type D, in 172 scale, so that's nice for anybody that does wargaming in that scale. It's IBG, price €17.50 from ibg.com.pl. US Armoured Bulldozer 135 scale from Mini Art, £54.99 from creativemodels.co.uk. The Unimog S404 German military radio truck, ICM scale 135, £37.80 from hanance.co.uk. And then Italeri, we have a SDKF Z251/10 Schutzen Panzerwagen 3.7 centimetre pack gun. Italeri, as I said, scale 172 scale, so again nice for the wargamers. $17.99 from hobbyco.net. And then we have a 135 Revel GTK Boxer at £41.99 from revel.de/en. And then civilian cars, we have a 125 scale Mustang Boss 351. That is from Revel, £38.99 from revel.de/en. A Porsche Carrera RSR Turbo. So I'm assuming because it was normally just, I think the on-the-road model was normally an RS. So the R might stand for rally, seeing as it's in rally colours. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Italeri, 124 scale, £30.99, hobbyco.net. And then the Renault Estafette high roof starter set, 124 scale from Hella, £34.99, hella.fr. So aftermarket parts and bits and pieces, figures. So we've got some 135 scale Chernobyl divers from ICM. Again ICM, to be ahead to save the life. So these look like Ukrainian minesweepers. Zombies. So these are 3D printed zombies, 135 scale from SSR. And then Royal Navy sailors standing at rest, European uniform times 84. Now these are Black Cat models for the 1/350 of scale ships. Fantasy Print Shops Hunter Horde. Wow. that's a lot of markings for different hunters. And then we've got some Hawker Hurricane Mark 1 Part 1 Italian Air Force Service. Panzer II AB early track suspension. So that's those markings. And then Messerschmitt BF 109 G2 for 132 scale. Modern oil drums 148 scale. F16 rare early radar. Just calling out odds and sods here. Buccaneer S2 CD ejection seats for 148 scale bucks made by Edward. Cool, right, so final pages. Nice desertised Challenger 2 there. And that's a really nice Skyhawk. Is that the 172 scale? Yeah. So I think, if I remember rightly, as a kid, I think the A4 Skyhawk was one of my early plane builds as a child. But yeah, there you go. Right, so that was Airfix Model World issue 155. Hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright, take care. Bye-bye.